come on.
Hello, hello.
See, look, this guy, he knows.
Joyous day here to be celebrating Mimi's 94th birthday. Our family's out. We've got meatballs and 94 meatballs.
94
We got stuffed peppers. We got caprese.
Hot pepper, yep, I got a hot pepper.
Becky's Snicker salad, ice cream.
I can't wait to get into that.
I don't know if they put them up.
Are you recording?
I am recording.
All right, I'm gonna.
That's all right. No, you can go by.
Stick the flame in there. It'll catch. There we go. Good job, Austin. Good job, Austin. No, it's lit.
This would look better if these.
It's the guy from.
I'm a little horrified, actually.
I have to tell Crystal that's for the... You want me to take the foil off so you can see?
No, I'll be back in once they're all open. Oh, yeah, he did.
Can this go?
Yep.
I think you're right.
I don't want to get anybody sick. 6:30. Oh, sick? I already kissed you.
Too late.
We playing a telephone game?
I look gorgeous.
What a family. You started this, Rosie. We are so blessed. Now, who's going to take Jenny's photo?
It's all right.
Do a selfie.
Dear Lord, thank you for blessing us with this family today. Thank you for bringing us together. Thank you for giving us this wonderful woman all these years who has treated us all great and spoiled every one of us kids. We ask you to keep a watch over all this family, grandchildren and great-grandchildren. We ask these things in your holy, precious name, Lord. We thank you for this blessed, blessed day. Amen. Amen. Yeah. All right, let's eat. Manja.
Wow. This goes here. These are peppers. This is for this.
Figure out who that is?
Where are you going?
Okay,
The
wow.
line's down there.
Look at this.
Right there, usually.
What a feast.
You're in the right place.
What a feast.
You get to go first, right?
Oh,
The guest of honor.
they want me to go first.
Yeah.
You're not going first?
Okay,
Nobody can eat till you
I'm
do.
first.
The heat just comes off. Like a volcano.
Thank you. Oh, goodness gracious.
Oh, does that look good?
You know how many napkins
I don't
I'm
think the
gonna
plates are
need?
big enough to-
One meatball.
One meatball. She's going to take one
Or
meatball.
you want to split
Mimi,
my
hold it.
Yeah, there you go.
Take your plate out there for you,
Just
Mimi.
sit down over on that side.
Mimi, you gonna be able to carry that?
Okay, there we are.
That's it?
Oh, but look at how many I have to go through.
I won't say another word. Good luck, baby.
I'm gonna read it, okay. Mimi, hope today is filled with all the ingredients that make you happy. Have a very happy birthday, and we love you very much. That's Becky, McCoy, and Monroe.
It's from you. Yeah.
Thank you.
And McCoy and Monroe are up here because they're the youngest.
It's from you, see?
And the cutest.
Wait a minute. You gotta give me your
Oh, look
physical
what you
too.
got me. Look. Oh my God.
What are they?
All the things I love. Oh my, look at everything.
Oh, plastic containers.
Oh wow. All different sizes.
Yep, picking up all that. Picking up all that.
Wow. Look at all different sizes.
Read it.
Yes,
Open it.
nice.
Tell her open it.
Thank you.
Gotta open that, Mom.
Open this one.
Look at that. Wow. Thank you. Thank you.
No.
Wait, Wally.
Alright. That's a check for $1,000.
I wish we could have. Picking up all this.
Is it a note for your meeting?
You picking up that?
No, I haven't gotten any of that. Because it's too quiet. I won't.
Boy, you got a buggy little ass.
That girl like that. That looks pretty.
My favorite memory with my Mimi is how she always makes me laugh and smile. She is so full of energy and it makes me so happy. I love you, Mimi. Happy birthday. Monroe. Oh, how cute. How
From Monroe?
Yeah, it's from Monroe.
Oh, she knew how to write.
All right, hang on. Hold on. Time out. I'm not getting any of that.
We really have smart kids in our family.
That was from Monroe.
Okay.
This must be from McCoy. My favorite memory with my Mimi is enjoying her delicious little meatballs she makes just for me. They are so yummy. I love you, Mimi, McCoy. I make him special little meatballs.
All right.
Tiny ones.
Very good.
We have such smart kids in our family.
Very good.
Meatballs Mimi sends you?
Can you give her a kiss? Tell her happy birthday, Mimi.
Thank you.
Mooch. All right.
Can you give us mooch too? All right. Who's next? Who's older than McCoy? Anna Lemon. All right. Cheese! Good one.
Let me open the card.
It's good.
These are delicious. You want another one?
No.
Why
You want
not?
me,
Okay,
you want me to go to sleep?
Here's Garrison's
You
gift.
want me to go to sleep? You got me a present. Just send your money. I saw the money Papa gave you on your birthday. Papa gave me all that money too.
Check his back
No,
pocket.
no.
You gotta
We
check
love
Papa's
you,
back pocket.
Larry, Crystal, Madison, and Garrison. On your birthday, you get to be queen and every other day. Oh, thank you, sweetheart. I'm a queen. Queen for a day.
Okay, give her her
Queen for a
present.
day. Now, what's in there?
What?
Queen for a day.
Yeah, read it.
Can you read it?
Nice and
He's
loud.
gonna read it.
Good.
Yep, nice and loud.
Read
like
it
your
out
dad.
loud so everybody hear you. They can't hear you.
I know. Okay. Dear Mimi, thank you for making the world's best dip. By Borsini. Love and
My Borsini, my love, and I love you too.
Love Garrison.
Love
G-Man.
Garrison, G-Man.
Tell her fill that up.
He loves his Borsini. You got me started on that Borsini. You got me started.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. They're taking a picture?
No, he just loves you.
Who's next? Who's up next? Sarah's up next.
Yeah, what's her name?
That's something.
Yeah. You
Nice
want
and loud, Sarah.
I can read it?
You
Okay.
can
All
read
right.
it. Okay.
The first thing I want to say is happy birthday, Mimi. I have many memories with you. The one I love most is when we spent the day together. I was home alone and I wanted to spend the day with you. So I rode my bike down to the cottage. I walked up to the front door. It was locked, so I knocked. Then all of a sudden I see your eyes pop out from the behind the blinds. You unlocked all the locks and opened the door with a smile. Sarah, come in, you said with joy. Next you told me how you have to be cautious when you're home alone. After the talk, you made your delicious salad for the both of us, and a little treat, we had ice cream with a cherry on top. Finally, we were done with the yummy food. We went outside and enjoyed the sunny weather. Throughout the whole entire day, you had that beautiful smile on your face that I love and will never forget. Happy birthday.
That's when I used to see more of you.
And you get to keep all the Tupperwares.
But I still love
She
you.
doesn't get that part.
I love you
She
too.
doesn't get that part yet. All right. Give her her present.
Madison's got one too.
This is her present.
Oh, yeah, but you gotta put the memory back in it.
My favorite memory is
They
when we
can't hear
all.
you.
Yeah, hang on, everybody.
My favorite memory is when we all went out on the pontoon boat and went swimming together. Love you, Miss.
Oh, thank you.
You were remembering.
You open it.
Short, sweet, to the point. No nonsense.
Boy, the great grandchildren I have.
Who's next, Bob?
Too many.
How many?
Too many.
I think I must be next.
Too many.
Yeah.
lot.
Nice color hat, Austin.
I like it.
I like that hat.
He doesn't know how many I have.
All right, quiet.
All right.
Quiet.
Happy birthday, Mimi.
Thank you.
My memory is when Emmett and I came over for lunch, and you asked us what we would like, and we said a Papa sandwich would be fine. Next thing you know, here comes Mimi bringing out 5-course meal. Emmett and I start digging in immediately. And she keeps bringing out more and more food. Next thing you know, me and Emmett were stuffed. And she's like, would you like some milk and cookies? Would you like some bread and butter? And we're like, no, we're fine. And I'll never forget that day because you just never stopped giving to us. And I love you, Mimi. Happy
You don't know how much this all means to me. All my grandchildren. All my grandchildren have had
Joey.
Oh my God. Stretch.
All right, hold it down.
Okay.
All right, happy birthday, Mimi.
Joey, loud.
All right. A few years ago, when everyone was out in the middle of Patterson Lake, it was about 4 o'clock, and Uncle Gary and my dad, Matt and Lay, were all getting low on some beer. And Uncle Gary had his fishing boat out there, so they sent me back to the cottage on their fishing boat. And I come back here, and Mimi was wondering why I was driving Uncle Gary's fishing boat. And she wasn't mad because I got beer and wine. She was mad because I was driving Uncle Gary's fishing boat.
All right, another Tupperware. All right.
Joey's fortune.
Next here, Walter. He's not here.
Andrew.
All right.
All right, Andrew.
You know her? You know him, Mom?
You know who this is? This is Andrew. Great-grandson.
Happy birthday.
Great.
All right.
Here we go.
So every time over the last 22 years in my life, I have always had a plate of spaghetti. And I always think of Mimi for some reason. I think everyone could agree that she makes damn good spaghetti. So every time I have spaghetti, I think of Mimi.
All right. Her memory.
This is all about food.
You like all your
It's
presents?
all about food.
What's wrong with that?
That's the way you've been, Mom.
Oh, look at Becky's all fancy. Look at her.
Wow, look at this.
I had it for all of us, except for Walter, my dad, my mom, and I. So
It's
I'll
supposed to
read
be
it all.
just empty Tupperware. What are you
Oh,
going to do?
you're gonna let Todd get out again up there?
There are 3 eggs, and they go to.
No, we'll get to that. We'll get to that.
Yeah.
Fred, you're not reading one? She just said that.
I was gonna, but they're doing the grandkid.
Yeah, so I'll just read everyone's for my family. So.
That's weak, Fred.
Okay, first I'll read Walter's.
All right.
Out of order. Yeah. Come on and sit.
You too, Susie. Get up here.
Well, hang on.
Walter.
Todd's messing me up here. Okay, good.
I'm listening.
Walter's favorite food is spaghetti and meatballs. When he was about 5, he tasted Mimi's spaghetti and meatballs for the first time, and since then he's been hooked. No other spaghetti and meatballs compares to hers. Mimi's are the best.
And he is a connoisseur, Meme. It's like every time he has spaghetti, he compares them.
And then mine. So I have inherited at least 3 things from Mimi. It's not really a memory, but her name. My middle name is Rosemary, Rose after you, Marie after my mom's mom. Her need for speed and a lead foot when driving.
Very similar.
Yeah.
I seen it today back home.
And her height. Shorter than most, but I'm loving it.
How many tickets have you got?
Knock on wood. She's careful.
Yeah, but
I watch out.
I've had one in my life.
And then this is my mom. So there's one word that Sue thinks of when she thinks of Mimi, and that's family and Mimi's love for her family. Nothing is more important to Mimi than her family, and no one is more important to this family than Mimi. She is the center of this family. Everything she does is for her family. Cooking, getting together for pierogi making, and baking Christmas cookies. Mimi is a special part of who we are.
That's right.
that's good.
You want to read yours? No. Okay, so here's Dad's.
Todd.
Yeah, this is Dad's. This is Dad's. Todd remembers at 10 or 11 years old driving.
Hold it. What year was Bumpa's green Merc?
78.
78?
We're 18.
So that puts me at 13, 14.
Oh, so you're typo.
So Todd remembers at 13 years old driving to Portland, Oregon with Mimi, Bumpa, and Danny for Uncle Gary's hockey tournament. Bump driving 55 miles an hour. It was a 4-day trip one way.
We were never bored, were we, Dave? We were never bored.
He remembers waking up to the smell of bacon and eggs in the motel room, fresh sandwiches for lunch in the car, no fast food, everything made with love. He also remembers Mimi defending him and Danny when the neighbor across the road accused them of throwing a dozen eggs at his house.
You know, and the way she went after that guy.
And that guy was great.
And I know some of you are thinking, they might have thrown those eggs at the house. Okay. Danny jumped on a boat thinking, when we get back, it'll blow over. Yeah.
Well, that's the rest of it.
Okay, we're good.
Mimi said her grandsons would never do that and almost threw fists with a neighbor, while Todd and Danny ran on the boat and drove out onto the lake. Todd would like to return the 3 eggs he threw now.
Because Danny threw 9. We threw a dozen, but I threw 3. He knows. Look at him.
He always was a little quicker than you, Todd.
He was bigger than me. I had to listen to him.
You guys know better. You know who caused the trouble.
Yeah, and then he didn't have the heart to tell Mimi that he actually did throw the eggs at the time. Of course, he only threw 3 and
I
Danny
fought
threw
with
9.
those neighbors.
Yeah, but he returned
My
the eggs.
grandsons would never do something like that. Don't you dare say that about my grandsons.
And there was some people thinking they might have thrown.
There's a dozen eggs missing out of the refrigerator. It's like,
Lock the door.
We love you so much, Mimi. Thank you for everything you do for us. You are the best grandmother. Happy 94.
Thank you. What a wonderful family I have. Through hell or high water, it's the best family in the world.
You better believe it.
My turn!
Here comes Ashley. All right, Ashley.
Here's your present.
All right.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
All right.
Okay, here we are.
Mimi, when asked to share one memory about you, it is hard to pick just one.
Oh, no kidding.
Between all of the holidays, vacations, pierogi days, weekends at the cottage, and all of the drive-bys on my bike during my Dearborn era, you have never failed to put a smile on my face. I can recall one time when you and I were backing out of your driveway on Venice. You slowly started to inch back, and then out of nowhere, you swung your car door open and proceeded to reverse with 50% of your body hanging out of the car. I don't remember. A white one. Was it the
Red one? He had that blue Monarch with the 350.
It wasn't.
Oh, that
What?
car flew.
Yeah.
Dianne hit that car.
10-year-old shy, sweet little Ashley didn't know what to think. When asking what on earth you were doing, you looked at me and replied, "What? This is how I reverse out of my driveway."
That's the way I could see. I could see the mirror was too high.
I don't know if it was that look on your face or the tone in your voice, but I hysterically started laughing. And now I can't help but think of you every time I reverse my own car. I think I can speak for everyone in saying we have all had a few of these Mimi stories when our eyes are rolling with tears and our bellies hurt from laughing. We love you so much and happy 94th birthday. I just haven't.
I don't know. I don't know how you know when you.
You're a big grandson.
Happy birthday, Mimi. Here's your present. When I think about Mimi, I think pierogi. And the family pierogi day and all the fond memories that we all share is priceless. And as the matriarch of the family, Mimi is responsible for most of these memories for pierogi day. And I want to thank her for all those great memories.
All those great pierogi.
Thank you, Mimi.
All those great pierogi.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
We have to go to work, so we're really nice. Lisa has to go to work. And I can't, I'm crying. I don't know if I can get through this.
Today?
You gotta read it.
You gotta sit down. You're not in the camera. Lisa, you're not in the shot.
Happy 94th birthday,
Lisa, she's not in the. Lisa,
I can't because I'll cry. Just I can't look at everybody.
just sit down.
Come on, Lisa. This is a very special day for you. I know how happy you are for all of us to be here to celebrate with you. We are supposed to write down one favorite memory we shared together. However, there are way too many to choose from. I can remember jogging with you, and of course, you outran me every time. Anyone who brings up bologna, I can't help think about you and Bumpa always bringing over the whole thing of bologna when we were kids. The whole Vienna bologna. I can't help but think of how, oh, that's what I just said. Okay. I can never forget when we were watching my very first R movie together. Do you remember? On TV?
Yeah.
That's when Mimi just got on TV and I watched Saturday Night Fever.
I let you watch our movie.
Well, I was 16, but it was my first one. It was Saturday Night Fever. I'll never forget that.
That was an R?
But most of all, I have missed our 7 o'clock morning coffees when we used to work at PPM together, and we either had 5 minutes or 15 minutes, but it was always very special. And thank you. And you always used to say you would always wait patient for me to come because you were worried about me driving so far.
Oh, Lisa.
Thank you.
Cry on it. It's okay. Lisa.
All the beautiful memories I have on all of this. Oh, what memories. What memories.
That was the cushion. Got all soggy in this movie.
Oh. Happy birthday, Mimi.
Can you read it?
Thank you for your birthday and each day all year through, for all the wonderful memories and all the things you do. Thank you for your warmth and love, and more than any other, thank you for just being you. A wonderful Mimi. Happy birthday with love. Happy birthday to my Mimikins. I love you so much, and I'm so grateful to have you as my great grandma. I can't wait to dance to Proud Mary with you. With you at my wedding. Boy, that's right around the corner. And don't tell me you won't dance. I'll drag you if I have to. Love, Danielle. Proud Mary.
Yeah.
I remember Proud Mary. How about Bad Leroy Brown?
That one too.
Designer Brown.
Yeah, so in true Mimi fashion, they smell like marinara sauce, and I forgot one of the lids on the way here and found it. So, but my Mimi memory is the Great Tomato War. So when we lived in Dearborn, I decided to have a garden. The rabbits ate most of it, and the only thing that survived was the tomatoes. And Mimi called and said, I got the first red tomato, I'm driving right over right now. So her and Bump drive over, and they were going to Sears after because they had to get, I think, Andrew a birthday present.
Yes.
So she gets there, and all of a sudden we hear, Walter, where's my goddamn tomato? we don't know what she's doing. So she comes in the house, cute little all-white outfit. She stands in the doorway, flat tomato, and bends over and turns around, and the whole back of her butt is soaked with mashed tomatoes. So then, the next year, I think she felt so bad because at the start of the season, as soon as the tomatoes started getting tall enough, I come home from, I don't know where we were coming home from, but we look, and there's a bunch of red tomatoes tied to my tomato plant with all this twine sticking all over. She had tied it to the tree so that I had the first red tomato. that is my Mimi memory.
You remember those tomatoes?
Oh, yeah. Yes. So there's your cottage cheese containers.
You remember those tomatoes?
Tomato war. Who's next?
Oh, thank you guys. Thank you very much, children. All my children, all my grandchildren. This old head can't hold all this.
You still got like what? Yeah.
Go ahead.
So I brought you a Cool Whip container
Very nice.
that I expect to be filled with minestrone soup.
No, Larry likes it. Larry likes minestrone soup. You'll get it. I'll make it.
Crystal needs
As soon as it cools down, not in this weather.
So my favorite Mimi memory is when, gosh, Jackie and I were babies and you used to take us to dance. And you could never ever get our hair in a button. So Mom and Dad used to work and you always had to try and get, in order to go to dance, we had to have our hair up in a bun. She could never do it. There was 50 bobby pins, and we used a whole can of hairspray, and she could never ever do it. So finally she crocheted us bun holders.
Little bun holders.
That we had to take, and we still have them. Madison actually used them for him, so we still have them. But that is my favorite Mimi memory, is when you used to have to take us to dance and put my hair in a bun.
Homemade, don't forget.
Yep. Happy birthday, Mimi.
Yeah, happy birthday, dear. Yep, I made little crocheted buns.
Jackie Rose is next.
One more, Jackie Rose.
Hey, Jackie Rose.
Hi.
Okay. One of my favorite memories of my Mimi will always be spending time with her in the kitchen. She has taught me so much. Recipes, techniques, how not to measure anything, and how to put love into what you do. She has taught me how to care for my family and how to be a loving and nurturing mother. My favorite memory of my Mimi is her ability to tell a great story. She used to light up my imagination with bedtime stories and tales from her childhood. She would never be too busy to tell me about her latest book or her most recent adventure. I always love spending that special time with you. Happy birthday.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Go since Larry's not ready. I'm only ready because Jackie helped me get ready. Okay. My favorite Mimi memory is watching her dancing up a storm at every wedding or family party and Danielle's graduation party that I have been to. She's never shy to get out on the dance floor. And I think people put in requests just to make sure that they get to see Mimi dance to these songs. So that's my favorite memory.
And what was my favorite dance?
Proud Mary.
Proud Mary.
Proud Mary.
Happy birthday.
Proud Mary.
Give her the memory.
I'm gonna stick.
Time, Larry.
This is for you, Lynn. You notice the lid doesn't fit. So I need some rubber bands and stuff to keep it on. It's all melted. So my favorite Mimi memory happened last winter, because sometimes when it snows, I'll go over and do Mimi snow. So last year, Papa was in Florida for like the entire month, and the first day he was there, we had a huge snowstorm. So Mimi started calling at like 7 o'clock in the morning to come over and shovel her snow because she needed the newspaper. And so I got over there at like 9 because I had to do my snow first, and she had already, you see little footprints all the way to the garage and all the way back because she couldn't get her car out after because she needed the paper. So I get everything all moved out because the stuff's way in the back because it wasn't supposed to snow, and then Papa didn't leave me any gas, and I couldn't get it to start, so I had to go get gas. So I knocked on the door. I said, Mimi, I gotta go get gas. You know, Papa didn't leave me any. And she said, well, it's because Garrison was sick and he had to watch him all week. He didn't have time to get gas. So it was my fault. But, I always like.
But then you cleaned my wall.
Yeah, then I did it, and she watches from the window, and then she makes me lunch after, and it's always wonderful. So that's what I like to remember.
You didn't go unpaid.
No, always lunch. I love you, Mimi. Happy birthday.
Well, first of all, Becky wanted me to tell you, because she couldn't be here, that her first memory of you is coming over to my apartment to find pizzelles and cookies every time you came to visit.
Pizzelles and cookies. That's when I used to make pizzelles.
You got a present.
Oh, what could it be? I wonder
But you gotta read it.
Oh, God.
Well, I made it as big as I could because I thought you were going to read it.
No, you read it.
There are far too many memories I have in my Mimi to list only one.
Yeah, say louder.
As early as I can remember, she has been forcing mass amounts of food down my throat, starting with hanging a mobile of Jimmy, Johnny, and Joey, which I would gaze up at in awe, and when my mouth opened, food was stuffed in.
Yeah, we got hot pepper.
No, I don't have one.
Nobody has a Jimmy.
As I grew, she
Only
took...
way you ate. You look up at Jimmy and Johnny and say, and that's how you ate.
As I grew, she took the extra time to craft her homemade sourdough pancakes into whatever shape I wished, usually a dog with his food bowl, in order to make eating breakfast more fun. I could also tell about the time when she ate so many vegetables while dieting that spinach was coming out of her ears. As she said this, she turned to a 3-year-old me with cucumber peels stuck in her ears. I thought she was growing spinach inside of her and went into hysterics.
To cry.
Yeah, I did. That spinach
He
coming out
thought
of
they
ears.
were really growing out of my ears.
As a young schoolboy, I purchased her a mug that said Grandma on it at Santa's Secret Workshop and was afraid to give it to you, so I never did. When she was 65, she beat me in a race around the cottage. I could also tell about her many golf ball retrieval excursions that included walking around the swampy island at the cottage and stealing from a live driving range in Naples, Florida. But my very favorite memory is how she would not allow us to go to the park as kids without a few sheets of wax paper for the slide because she was not happy unless we broke the sound barrier on the way down and shot 10 feet off the end. Thank you for always being so much fun. Love, Garrison, Michael, Todd, Larry, Trish, or whatever the hell my name is.
Oh, you got this tape good.
Well,
What could it be?
I wonder what it could be.
You gotta have a lot of memories. I don't know what you'd start with.
Oh,
You
look
gotta
at
have
that.
a lot of memories of me.
Yeah.
A lot.
Oh, print it. Typed out.
Here we go.
of course it is. All right. I couldn't think of just one either. So here's a couple. All right. Older memories I have. When I started playing soccer, I was frequently warned not to let Mimi come to the games because she might get into a fist fight with the other team's fans.
That's true. Poor sport.
Yep. When she took us to the movies, Mimi would never let us buy snacks. This was because she had the equivalent of an entire concession stand stashed in her purse.
That's true.
You're right. She'd be like, what do you want? I got whatchamacallit, I got Twix, I got Mounds, I got all the and I remember that whenever you made cheese blintzes, you would always make plain ones for me.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
I remember.
Yep.
All right, some of the more recent memories I have are I went into my office at PPM one day to find Mimi bent over my desk, phone receiver up to her ear, dialing my adding machine. And pissed that it wasn't going through. Just last year, in the blistering sun and the 1,000% humidity, you had me dig a 2-foot wide by 1 foot deep by 8 foot long trench behind your house to find the spare key that Gary had hidden 30 years ago. Found out later it just wasn't there anymore. And also from just last year, right here at the cottage, I was walking through the kitchen as you were making cheese blintzes, and even after all these years, you asked me if I wanted a plain one because, and I quote, you always liked the plain ones. Yep.
You always liked them plain.
I know.
Which was stupid. They were better.
The one memory that I always try to keep in mind, and we might want to plug some ears for this one.
Plug some ears.
Yeah, plug some ears.
Plug ears. Earmuffs.
We were at the Bellagio in Vegas, right? We were going there to visit Jerry. And we were upstairs in our room. I had gone upstairs with Mimi.
And the neighbors were having a party. I mean,
It was Charlie Sheen.
Was it Charlie Sheen?
It was Charlie Sheen.
The music was like you were sitting right next to a stereo.
Wasn't that good?
It was so
Music and like the glasses in the mini bar were shaking, and there were people up and down the hallway. And so finally, I was like, "All right, this is ridiculous." I said, "I'm gonna call security and have them come up here and put a stop to this. This is ridiculous." And
What did I say to you?
You were reading, right? You were sitting on the couch and you were reading your book. And you stopped for a minute and you looked, and you said, I think it sounds like they're having fun. Why do you gotta be such a dickhead? That's a good question.
Did you call or no?
That's a good question. Huh?
Did you call?
I did. I was laughing too hard.
Music is fun. Hi, Derek.
Hi, Mimi. Well, got a nice little present for you.
Funny to say
Baby. Here's your gift. The paper's inside.
He's got a book in there.
I got a book.
He's got a book.
As most of you know, Jerry mentioned we have some aliases, so I've got a lot of aliases, so let's get started. I always like Mimi because she always knows when I need a sandwich, which is every time she walks by me. From Dagwood. I like Mimi because she makes us meals since she knows Jen can't even find the kitchen. Strike that, that's the room that Jen misplaces her keys in. From Durwood. Mimi has the accounting skills that would be envied by any Fortune 500 company.
Yeah.
I've never seen anyone with such detailed inventory counts. Christmas cookies, meatballs, pierogies. That's from Darby. This one is for me, though. I do have a couple of favorite Mimi memories. One that's already been mentioned. She would always put all the kids to shame at weddings, always one of the last ones to be on the dance floor. I don't know how, but she did it. When Mimi gets really angry, I can't help but laugh because she reminds me of Donald Duck. But my favorite Mimi memory was when big old me and little old Mimi were walking away from the Magic Kingdom hand in hand, both extremely tired from one of Mickey's not-so-scary Halloween parties. I don't know why it's my favorite memory, but maybe it was for that moment I was responsible for everybody's Mimi.
I love them all. I love them all. I love them all.
Nicely wrapping paper.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, Danny Kramer.
Happy birthday, Mimi.
Thank you.
Tupperware.
That's what it is.
I don't know.
Grandma, you're loved so much. This heart-to-heart greeting is specially meant to wish you a day that is happily spent. And because you're a grandma who's everything dear, it brings love to last all through the year. Happy birthday. Love, Danielle and Betty. Thank you.
Betty's over there.
Betty, raise your hand. Betty's here.
That's why we were...
Betty, raise your hand.
You brought pebbles with you today?
We were a little late. Betty wanted to stop for cards and balloons and everything. Anyway, my Mimi memories, I didn't write them all out like some of you or whatever. I just I had so many. I started jotting down memories earlier in the week, and so I'll just touch on a few of them. And of course, I'm sure many of you have heard the Florida grapefruit tree. But I mean, I was there. It's one of those stories where everybody probably, they've heard it so many times they wonder if they were there. But I was actually witness to that.
The little ones don't know.
Yeah, but
you shook the tree.
I wasn't shaking.
You didn't shake the tree.
I didn't. You
shook the tree. Somebody shook the tree. Somebody shook the tree. And I fell out of the tree.
But the thing I remember most about that story was my Mimi's face when she walked into our apartment down there that night, dressed in black, with this mischievous look in her face, and said, "You ready to go steal some grapefruit?" I mean, just to see my grandma, and I mean, look at her. That was the best part.
Grapefruit
dressed in black, We're going out, we're going out on a job, The sledding in Bayport. I mean, when I was a little kid, I could see her flying by and just fly off that hill. And you guys should have seen this hill. Some of you younger guys, but she would just fly down this hill further and faster than anybody else in the family. And I could just remember just like looking at her thinking, God, I can't, how is she going so high? How is she going so far? Of course, the junior wings games. I mean, I loved watching Gary play hockey and stuff, but it was just as entertaining to turn over and watch Mimi just go crazy. It was again, like Jenny said too. You couldn't repeat some of the
my swearing words.
Dancing at the weddings, wearing out dancing partner after partner. Of course, everybody's got those memories and stuff. And Betty mentioned that too. She said, when she's dancing. The cottage breakfast schedule is something that used to amaze me. I used to wake up pretty early, and I remember sometimes, no matter when you got up, there was something cooking, there was food going on. You could always be in time for breakfast, and then she'd cook for the next shift and the next shift. But a couple of that are specific to me is something I'm sure none of you really know about. Is one time she wanted to go for a motorcycle ride with me when I was about 12 years old. Do you remember this? And she hops on the back of my motorcycle with me, and we were out here, and I was about 12 years old, and she just pounded my back, going, faster, go faster, go faster, go faster. And I'm whipping down this dirt road down here, and we turned around and came back, and she's hitting me back, go faster, and I'm going faster than I ever have down this dirt road, and trying, because it's like she's embarrassing me, so I'm going fast, and I come around this corner, and here's a car coming right at us, and I swerve off to the side and wipe out, and I remember just flying up into the woods and the bike bouncing, and I remember my first thought was, oh my God, my grandma's dead, and I could just hear her laughing. She's just laughing and laughing. And then she gets up and she gets out and she says to me, let's not ever tell anybody about this.
Nobody ever heard the story.
No, I never told anybody. Nobody ever knew this. But another one is just how, again, sometimes staying during the week out here when I was a little kid was some of the best times because I'd have her to myself a lot, or Dianne might be here, or Todd or somebody. But it wasn't all the whole family and stuff. She'd have, like I said, she'd make us breakfast. And then she'd have something already cooking for lunch, and dinner was planned, and she'd have a pattern laid out on the table that she was cutting out clothes, and so busy, and I'd come in and bug her to come dig worms with me. And she'd okay, I got 5 minutes to do it. Turn something down, turn this, put it this, turn this, run out the door, we'd run around here digging up worms so I could go fishing. But my best Mimi memory is when I was a little kid, there was this corny Batman show on. Some of you guys maybe know Adam West, real corny, but I loved that show when I don't know how old I was, 5, 6, 7, and Mimi would sometimes babysit me, 5, 6, 7, 8 years old. My mom took me over to Mimi's house one day, and she got busy for whatever reason. I ended up staying there longer than they had expected, and Mimi was going to babysit me for the day, and it just, all of a sudden, I had my own little Batman suit. At home, I had Batman suits I could go with me, the travel suits and everything. I mean, if you ever watched that show, you could kind of anticipate when he was going to be Bruce Wayne, when he was going to be Batman. And I would change back and forth into my regular street clothes, back into the Batman suit, thinking, okay, he's going to be Batman after this commercial. All of a sudden I realized, oh no, Batman's coming on, and I don't have my suit. This is like an emergency. I'm crying, and I'm upset. I was a little kid, and I'm upset. I'm crying. Oh no, I'm gonna be here for Batman. I wasn't supposed to be here this late. I don't have a Batman. So she runs into her sewing room and whips me out of Batman costume in like 15 minutes, and I can still remember that. It just made me so happy that I wasn't gonna miss it. But that's Mimi. Just don't worry, I'll take care of you. I got it covered. I'll fix you up. So anyway, that's it. Happy birthday.
You forgot about the potatoes, about the
After Michael.
All right.
No break. No break.
Obviously, there's so many stories and memories, Mimi, of all this stuff out here. And happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Happy birthday, Mimi. There are many memories about you that involve love and food. Obviously, we've heard all love and food today. Yes. But the memory I have, Mimi, is when you used to have to put hot pepper on my mouth, on my tongue.
Oh.
Do you remember that?
Because you wouldn't eat.
Well, not that too, but that potty mouth. I had a potty, yeah. And I don't remember that, but I guess I did have a potty mouth, and then I didn't eat. But I know all the stuff out here. We're all talking about love and food and everything like that, and fun things and happy things and sad things and funny, and just that's what I remember. One of the memories, Mimi, is when you used to put me in a headlock and try and put pepper on my tongue, try and make me eat, and the potty mouth, yes. But that's one of my. Yeah, it worked. Happy birthday, Mimi. Happy birthday, Mimi.
Okay. That's all that counts. It worked. Man, you gotta have a hell of a lot of memories.
What does that mean?
I guess I'm old. We've crossed over to the old people now. I have a hell of a lot of memories, she said.
You got a hell of a lot of memories.
Yeah. All right, I didn't get the Tupperware memo. I have a red sauce jar.
Tupperware memo.
I just heard a container.
She'll fill that up. That's okay. That's good for
It don't matter. She'll use it.
She uses those.
She'll use it.
My Tupperware. Yeah. Actually, I want to say, Debbie, this was a great idea. I'm glad you came up with that.
Debbie's idea. Debbie's idea to give you a
That's because
container.
Mom's always stealing me and Debbie's Tupperware.
And she returns it empty, doesn't she, Gary? Every time.
All right, so there's a gazillion memories, just like you just said. It was so hard. I started to have whiteout and write them littler, and I got little ones all over the place.
Holy smokes. Let's take a break.
Okay, so these were as a kid, which was a long time ago. Goodness, handmade clothes to match my Barbie. Pancakes that spelled my name. Feeding everyone and their dogs. Laying out on the beach until we all had sunburn because you paid for the tent thing in Virginia Beach. Teaching me Italian swear words. And how to have a tea party, and everything was in Italian. Penny candy. Paper dolls, cheese blintzes, gin rummy, learning to play Scrabble, learning to sew, learning how to crochet, sledding, sneaking snacks before dinner, line daiquiris at 8, smut books, fried onions for a chest cold, green lipstick on the airplane. Play-Doh furniture, sidewalk chalk, dressing in black to steal grapefruits. Borrowing the neighbor's sand when it was Todd and Lisa. Teaching me to never let somebody tell me what to do. A bunch of us have that, I think, from Mimi. Just making everybody feel special in their own little way, whether it's the tiny meatballs or remembering how you like places or whatever. Just everybody feels special because of you. When people ask me my oldest memory,
David asked me actually a few years ago. I was thinking, and I pictured myself sitting on this little step of a big, huge white van reading a book and called
Went
Luddie.
to the library.
And so my love of reading started, as Luddie said, I was 2.
Yeah, it did.
And we would walk, which when I was 2 seemed like forever.
They didn't have a library in Dearborn. They had a big van once a week that would park by the school, and I would take her there and get books for her, and we would sit on the steps and read them.
And she would get books and I would get books, and I was always so excited to go, and all the little ladies on the van would all remember us. So the love of reading definitely started with you, which I still have.
Yeah.
And then these are more recent ones. Watching her dance with Danielle and Jerry Michael in St. Mark's Square.
Oh!
In Venice. The look on her face when she doesn't like somebody. Coming back in the room in Bellagio and seeing her little pink hairnet on all bundled up on the couch. Dancing the Todd and Taylor to Jerry Michael's ukulele accompaniment while tipsy on port wine in Maui.
In Maui, oh my God.
Pulling up the pants of a teenage boy in line in front of us at Disney.
Yeah! Below his ass! He turned around and looked. I thought he was going to smack me one. But I had her to protect me.
Finding her when she was lost in Drummond Castle in Ireland, trying her room key in everybody's door with a bottle of wine in the other hand. Toilet paper sticking out of the back of her pants every day in the Bahamas.
Toilet paper,
Watching her drink out of a metal bowl because none of us would get out of the pool. We ran out of wine glasses. In the castle, in Borgia's castle. She poured it in a metal bowl. There was just a metal bowl laying there. And she washed it out in the pool.
Nobody get out of the pool.
Her outrage when she realized we put her back on the People Mover in Disney because it was too boring. When she talked to the family in the mirror at a 5-star restaurant in Rome and it was us.
When I looked through that mirror and you were on the other side?
Yeah. We said, Mom, right where? Those people are waving to us. She said,
I thought they were on the other side.
We were fine.
Not you guys.
Her huffing in the back seat when I couldn't guide Lala out of Paris, and we did a circle and came right back to Paris. And we were actually on our way somewhere else. The huffing,
when we almost went over the cliff.
Oh, God, and she stayed in the car. There's just so many.
We were ready to go over the cliff, and she stayed in the car and closed her eyes.
My favorite one was when we all went to Italy for the first time. We spent all day driving. We got lost. We were delirious, passed out. Got up the next morning, went to Venice, and got there, checked in, and I said, everybody meet back in my room, because I had a balcony that overlooked the Grand Canal. And I said, everybody meet back in my room at half hour, let's say 6 o'clock. And of course, Mimi was the only one there. And at 6 o'clock, and we were walked out on the balcony, and
Was that like it was yesterday?
and she's so happy that she always thought Italy was ugly, and it
I
was
had
so
tears
beautiful.
in my eyes. I said, I never thought I'd be in my mother's country and seeing through my mother's eyes her country. It got me. Yeah, I was so touched.
Wonderful.
Oh,
so you've given all of us so many memories.
So many memories. Oh,
and there's a card in here.
So many memories. Oh,
so to many more memories, many more birthdays.
I'll never forget all the memories.
There's a card.
Thank you. What memories. Oh,
Little baby Gary's next. After Lori said, no, you know.
I'm mad. You don't be on
All
right, hey.
Gary. Hi, buddy. Where you going? He doesn't know you.
All right.
Mother here.
Oh, we're back rolling.
Because you're such a blessing, Mom, in so many wonderful ways, This comes with loving thoughts of you for your birthday and loving wishes for your happiness each day, the whole year through. Love, your favorite, Gary.
It's not your favorite?
Is that a question of you? Your favorite, Gary.
Should have said Raymond.
You funny. You funny. Is this something you're going to read? Okay. Here you are.
All right, here we go.
As you know, many thoughts, but I went back a long time ago and picked one out, this one. And here it goes. Here we go. I said, some of you know her as Rose, some Mimi, Mom, Mother Dear, Queen Mom, and the Energizer Bunny. But in 1960, she could have been known as prisoner number 123456.
What?
For in 1960, she allowed me to ride my bike without a helmet. She let me go to the park when I was 5 years old by myself. Nobody in tow.
We didn't have those people around those days.
Yeah, but today, you know, you'd be a prisoner.
Yeah.
And you guessed it, she left her precious little boy alone in her car while she would run into the market. And I do mean run. You guys remember how Mimi used to run? Her legs, she didn't run straight, her legs went this way. And that kind of hurt my knee right there. But she would leave me in the car and zoom into that market running. And, you know, she was probably a lady in her 40s at the time, and she would run into the market and grab her groceries.
And like the cupboard.
Yeah, run in the food fair, and I do mean run. She would get out to the car, flying from side to side, literally flying side to side, literally running into the market. She would get her groceries, come flying back out the door, running to the car with the bags flying and her feet flying. But she always, every time she'd always come back to the car, she'd always bring me a bun, candy bar. Every time she would go, she'd bring me one of those buns.
They're not around anymore, are they?
Oh yeah, they still make buns.
Do they really?
Yeah. And I would just remember that always, like I said, that was back that time. Also other times, Saturday night baths and coming out of my bath, hockey game on, bump sitting there, and always had a snack, sandwich, cookies and milk, ice cream or something to watch a hockey game, you know, with you and Pops.
How I served
Saturday.
you. Oh, how I served you.
Yep. You still do, Rosie, you still do.
Oh, how I served you.
I want it noted, I'm returning the Tupperware.
God, I wonder what that could be.
That's what it is.
Got something in here to read?
Oh, I probably do. Let's see.
You got something to read.
One for you, but you don't have to do that.
Pages.
Mine is called The First Impression. This is the first moment I saw me.
Turn it a little louder.
I call it the first impression because I can't believe such a small package left such a huge impression on me from the very first moment I saw you. The first time I saw you, Mimi, was at a hockey stadium. Gary was a player with the big D team.
Yeah.
You sat way to the right of all the fans.
Nobody wanted to sit near me.
Including a handsome gentleman smoking a pipe way to the left. It didn't take me long to figure out why you were seated so far from everyone. Anytime Gary got the puck or someone from the opposing team got close to him, the right side of the stadium exploded. All of a sudden, the Tasmanian Devil was in the ring, spinning around like a hurricane, cheering with such energy and enthusiasm like I'd ever experienced. The best cheerleaders in the world could not keep up with you. I remember telling my girlfriends at the time, can you imagine having that woman as your mother-in-law? No way in the world could you keep up with her. Well, it's been 40 years. And I still can't catch up to you. You are a legend in so many ways. I think the most profound thing that I've learned from you is how to love family.
Thank you.
Spending time together, laughing and loving each other through good times and bad, through thick and thin, and always keeping the energy level high. Thank you. Love your daughter-in-law.
That means a lot, Debbie.
And I'm giving back the Tupperware.
That means a lot. I think that's mine. I can't remember because I were at mine with Jerry's and I don't remember who this is. Another You get the gist? Okay. My things have already been brought up. And I have having Mimi for a wonderful mother for 67 years. How do you come up with only one memory?
What? I didn't get any of that.
Millions of memories. No, nobody's spent more time with Mimi in the last couple years than I have. And we have so many memories. We got in the car, we went to Las Vegas, because when we were in South Dakota, I told her we were halfway to Las Vegas. So we just decided to go to Las Vegas. And I mean, we had the funnest memories. And we come out here on Fridays to Mondays, and we have wonderful memories. And but the funniest memory that I ever have of Mimi, of course, is falling out of the tree in Fort Lauderdale. And for those of you that don't know it, it was so funny. Luddie and I, Mimi, Bumpa, Jerry, Michael, Jenny, Dianne, Danielle, no, not Danielle, Dianne and Danny, Jerry, we were all at a party at we were staying at Capri 1 and Capri 2. They were apartment complexes in Fort Lauderdale. And Mimi said, I'll take Jerry, Michael, and I'll go home with him so you and Luddie can stay. Well, a few minutes later, Luddie and I decided we had to go to the bathroom. So we go about a half a block down, and we find Bumpa standing on the corner with his pipe. Jerry Michael's in a stroller, an umbrella stroller. I don't remember where Jenny was. I have no idea. You were somewhere.
I was working on the space shuttle.
I don't know where you were. But Bumpa had Jerry Michael in the stroller. And we get to the corner, and Bumpa's standing there with his pipe going, it's getting old. We said, where's Mom? He goes, up the tree. And all of a sudden, we hear swish, 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 boom, 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 and all these grapefruits falling on the ground. And she's saying, girls, pick up the grapefruits because stolen grapefruits taste better than bought grapefruits. So Luddie and I are running around grabbing these grapefruits. All of a sudden, boom, Ma falls out of the tree. I mean, funny. We laughed so hard that neither Luddie nor I wanted to tell each other we had Peter Pan. We both went in our apartments, came back out in different shorts. We wouldn't say anything to anybody, but we just laughed and laughed how she fell out of this tree because everything she did was so fun. You could go buy grapefruits, but why would you buy them when you can steal them? That was number one, and the most memorable was Mimi dancing with her grandchildren in St. Mark's Square in Venice. I love you. I love you, Mother dear. There's way too many.
What memories, what memories.
Let's break the tradition here today a little bit. This is for you.
Thank you.
From everybody.
You want me to open it now? Or
Sure.
You want to do that?
No, open it. Open it. You'll like it. It's got a cover.
Oh, break the tradition. Mimi, as most of you may not know, her family originated
in Calabria,
in southern Italy. The poor part of Italy, Calabria.
The other side. The other side is easier to open, I think. Yeah, right there.
Calabria. Oh my God!
When you go
did
on
you
the
go to
pontoon.
Italy to buy it?
I did. I was gone for a couple of days.
Oh my God!
Wait, there's something else in there.
Calabria. Oh.
That one. Oh, there's something else in there. She messed up her hair for a Calabria shirt.
Oh, and socks. Oh my.
What does it say on the socks?
Italia. Italian feet are happy feet. Italian feet are happy feet. Oh, how's that ever cute? Happy feet, dancing feet too.
Yeah. Well, when your feet are cold, you can put those on.
Yeah, you don't have to stick them in the oven anymore.
Put on heavy socks. She sticks them in the oven.
You gotta read this.
If it's like
I was gonna have
70
Jenny read it,
degrees.
Okay, whatever.
Anyway, here, what I want you to do is I want you to add this to your 2014 collection of brand new Tupperware.
Well, you got to put the memory back in it, Jerry.
Oh, okay. Back in the day, there was a fence along this easement, just like we have over here behind you. Maybe a little bit taller.
Oh, yeah.
And the kids,
It was taller.
Ask the
grandkids, it was taller.
This one and below
Of course, Danny and Todd.
were constantly kicking, hitting, throwing a ball over the fence. And they would take turns jumping over the fence like kids do. You know, no problem. I mean, guess who wanted to turn and boldly stated, I can jump that fence just as easily as you can. And Mimi took a little running start and jumped skyward just as a track man would. She appeared to have the height. She was like parallel with the fence.
Yeah.
Just didn't have the distance. She landed in a lump with a thud at the base of the fence. After we all found out that she was okay, we all had a good laugh, including Mimi. Even Mimi had to laugh.
I remember that distinctly. Oh my God.
And I really thought somebody had already had that.
Larry's laughing. Oh my God. She went up like this. She was horizontal to the fence and went boom. The whole ground shook. She said, if you can do it, I can do it.
You gotta have a lot of memories, Wally.
Well,
You gotta have a lot of memories.
this is so fun. Then I'm getting in that jacuzzi. Are the kids out? I'm getting bubbles in there and I'm hopping in the pool.
I'm getting in with you.
Ooh, a red top.
I love, who said that? Garrison. I love when you come swimming with Garrison. Highlight of my summer.
There's your,
Oh boy.
You need your glasses.
well,
We might even hear little mama.
He is the oldest, right? Yes, he is.
Mimi's 94th birthday, amen. I guess being one of the oldest, but not the oldest. I could write a couple of dozen Mimi memories. Of course, we have all laughed several times about the famous words, "What's the hurry?"
Oh.
That put me on my back under the cottage, routing for a new gas line that very day.
Oh yeah.
Mimi only boiled water for 32 years to wash dishes and to keep the cottage clean. She tends to get a little impatient at times. But I choose to tell you of a story that happened every fall of the year. That was when we took our annual trip to Orbezonia, Pennsylvania.
Oh, I love them.
We called them Uncle Doc and Aunt Frida, though they weren't really related to us, but were good dear friends of Mom and Dad. I remember sitting in the back seat fighting with Lori all the way to Pennsylvania. Luddie didn't mess much with me at all. But then the later trips, we had to deal with Gary. We put Mickey Mouse ears on him and rolled him around the back seat until we got there. It was 420 miles one way. That Ohio and Pennsylvania turnpike was so boring, mile after mile, hour after hour. Mom and Dad tried to keep us focused, but it was 420 miles. We'd complain we were thirsty, and Ma would turn that invisible handle just below the AM radio and hand us glasses of water or anything we wanted to drink. Just don't spill them. Then we'd complain we were hungry. And if we didn't eat soon, something bad could happen. We could even die. But Dad would keep driving us past picnic table after picnic table until he knew we were good and hungry. If we let us out of the car, we'd probably eat grass. Finally, he would pull over the car on the highway for lunch. And I don't mean sandwiches. No. Mimi actually would bring damp rags for us to clean our hands before we would have lunch. Then out would come a cloth picnic table to cover the table. And then she would take the lid off that big green thermos. That could hold a gallon of Mimi's delicious meatball stew in a rich brown gravy with potatoes, peas, corns, and carrots. With bread and butter. She always brought Kool-Aid and her famous sheet cake, that thin cake with apple pie. Here we were sitting on the side of the road at a picnic table, like paupers, but eating like kings. Eating better than the folks at the Howard Johnsons down the street. What wonderful memories I have burned in my mind of these times. The love and compassion that Mom showed and the caring of her family back then wasn't really realized till I became a husband and a father. So I say today on this 94th birthday, I thank the Lord, and I am a blessed man, and I've been blessed very well to have the life that I have and the parents that gave it to me.
That was good stew. Good stew. Yep.
All right. Okay, oldie.
Old lady, come on.
Oh, you're the last one.
This is from all of us first.
Okay.
All right, let's drink.
I want some of that ice cream cake.
We got tons of ice cream. Debbie to the store with $40 to buy ice cream. We got drumsticks and I got
Oh, we got like 50,000 ice creams coming up.
Oh, you gotta wait for ice cream.
You gotta wait for ice cream and cake.
All kinds of
And cake.
And cookies. Eat the cookies.
Eat the 260.
Cookies.
Oh, okay.
260 exactly?
Celebrating your birthday wouldn't be
Wait. Shh. Oh, you can go.
Celebrating your birthday wouldn't be complete with thanking you for all the love you've given to our family. You're a wonderful mother and Mimi, and to be grateful for. Not just today, but always. Happy birthday. Much love from your whole family. Is this something you read?
No, that's just your.
That's
just your hair. Your hairdo.
This is for my perm.
Yeah, that's for your hairdo.
That's for my hairdo that
Because I mean, it keeps her looking like she's 54.
That's to keep me looking like I'm 54, yeah. Happy birthday, Mimi, from your family. $120 gift certificate for Rent Salon. Oh, thank you, everybody. Boy, oh boy, now I'm going to look beautiful.
You look beautiful right now. Woo, woo, woo.
For a whole year.
Well, I want to say thank you to Debbie for this great idea of everybody giving her a certificate.
Oh, that was wonderful.
And writing a memory and giving you containers.
What an idea.
Because we know you need them.
God.
You're down to like, what, about 200?
But no lids fit.
Containers. She's down to about 200. And I knew about it for like how long and like, did I ever have time to do it? No. So here's mine. You get a Bush's container. You get a Bush's container with a handwritten note. I mean,
I'm sure it'll be gold when she fills it.
Okay. All right.
Here we go.
It is.
Bushes, they have like a senior discount there.
Yeah. I went on Tuesday because I get a senior discount.
I know.
39.
And it is totally not possible to condense 39 years worth of memories into one Mimi memory for today.
I have happy childhood memories with a stay-at-home mom that cooked us wonderful, delicious meals every single day. Every single day we had wonderful, delicious meals, except for the pork kidneys and gravy, which was the most god-awful stuff I've ever eaten in my life.
I love them.
I cried and cried and cried and cried.
Every time Luddie
cried and cried. It was
got her way anyway.
And it smelled like urine.
I wanna put something in here.
Is that on your
Wait a minute. I wanna put something in here.
Okay, Lori wants to say something.
Every time Luddie cried, Bumpa let her get away with whatever. Wally and I would get beat to shit. And Luddie would cry, and Luddie never got a
don't
spanking.
make me eat
Never got a spanking. Wally and I, we would put what do you call
Books.
it? Books in our pants. When we were kids. We put books in our underwear. And we would get spankings. And she would cry.
That's funny, Bubba always had me do that on the pork day.
Never got reprimanded. Wally and I were like the orphans.
But why would anybody in the world?
Luddie never got a spanking.
But why would anybody make you eat pork kidneys?
But I'm not talking about
with mashed potatoes and gravy.
I'm talking about
like urine.
Luddie would cry and never got punished.
All right.
Okay.
Wally and I got beat to shit.
Hey, interruption, lady.
But it's true.
Did you get all that down, though?
Oh, I got it all. I got it all.
Some of the funny memories include Mimi burning up the chicken soup pot and the house.
Yeah.
Okay. And Dad was on the dais, dedicating the Walter Reuther Library, and he had to be called because she caught the house on fire because she burned up the chicken soup pot. And then she backed down the driveway sideways, drove over the garbage sideways.
Poor Bumpa had to pick it
And she yelled at him because he left it in the middle of the driveway, which it wasn't. It was sideways in the middle of the house.
Bumpa was a saint. Poor Bumpa.
Blaming Dad for
think
that.
of him
And then,
every
of course,
day.
the falling out of the grapefruit tree, which Lori and I flooded Fort Lauderdale. We totally did. On New Year's Eve, 1977. But one of my fondest memories were, now I'm going to lose it.
Oh, you were good right up until then.
The Wednesdays with Mimi. Every Wednesday we got to spend together. She'd buy lunch and we go to Burger King because that was my favorite restaurant. Dianne and Danny were still in elementary school. I was a stay-at-home mom. Mimi and I would drop the kids off at school. We'd all go to lunch. She'd buy because I didn't have any money. We'd drop the kids off at school. We'd go to the movies and she'd buy. And then Dad had a $7 a week expense check, which he'd give to me. So I had $7 every week to spend on shopping. And back in those days, I could buy something. So we had fun, and those were our moments.
Memories.
So me and Wally and Gary. About 50 times 7.
I will always, and I will remember my happy memories with Mimi and cherish every moment as long as I live. And her legacy will live forever through all of us.
Forever.
Through all of us.
Because we're all
the
so
people
wonderful.
who love and know her forever.
That was perfect timing.
Yep.
Oh, wonderful.
Great birthday. Let's drink.
Let's go
Right.
eat cake.
All right, let's eat cake.
Let's eat cake.
Let's eat cake.
Cake and ice cream.
A Bush's container.
Everybody.
10% off on Tuesdays.
Good idea, Dad. But I got to confess something. Luddie and Lori let me think it was their idea.
No!
I was here last week. They told me about the whole thing. I said, what a great idea you girls had. And they didn't say one damn word.
It's because you gave me that opinion when I
All right.
do you believe it? I
Thank you, everybody. Thank
me
you.
or him.
Thank you, everybody.
This is a great idea.
Happy birthday,
One word.
You guys gonna have cake and ice cream now?
Yeah, oh,
Yes!
50 million times.
To you, happy birthday, dear Mimi. Happy birthday to you.
And many more.
All right.
I bet you could,
Let's do it
man.
one more time.
Oh, what's wrong with 49?
There. Oh, now you gotta do that.
Why you gotta do that, Debbie?
Just relax, poor Debbie, Mom.
That's about how fast them years went by, too.
Where's the other 2 cakes? Happy birthday
to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Mimi. Happy birthday to you.
All right.
See my candy?
What do you want?
Can I get you something cold to drink?
I want a little water, the little ones.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll do that.
What a nice party I had.
Here,
So
say that again.
different. I loved it. It was so different.
Good.
Everybody talking about their memories. Good. That was wonderful. That was Debbie's idea.
Yeah, that
Come up with it. She must. That's,
I don't know.
That's an original. I've never seen that be done before at a birthday party.
It was a good idea,
That was
though.
so nice. That was really nice. It was so different.
Oh my goodness.
Grandchildren talking about their memories. That meant so much to me, you know? That they could remember all those things. Oh, how wonderful that was.
Glad you like it.
I'll remember to the rest of my days.
Yeah,
The rest of my days.
That's good.
Okay. Ready? 1, 2, 3. We love you, Mimi. Mwah.
Oh.